is my heel turn of many on this show, but I'm going to say it right now. I desperately want Jayson Tatum to not make the All-Star team. In fact, I would love it if they both didn't make it, but they both probably will. But
wait. What do you mean? Why? First of all, Jaylen Brown's obviously going to make the team. Why don't you want them to make it?
Tuesday's the announcement.
I want.
You think they don't deserve to?
I want hungry. I want angry. I want to go get it. I don't want we're in the awesome players club thing with these guys this early in their. I want to see something more. I want to light a fire under Tatum. I hope he gets snubbed.
Honestly, Brown is a shoo-in, but I said this a couple weeks ago. If Tatum didn't make the All-Star game, I wouldn't be completely stunned. I would be surprised. I think he's played well enough to be on the team, and he's obviously a stud, but he did miss some time. The Celtics are kind of floundering here a little bit, and it's up to the coaches, right? I mean,
Doc Rivers, baby.
I think he makes the team. But I understand what John's saying too. Is like these guys, honestly, the way things are going right now, they don't deserve to have a fun weekend right now. They should be either resting or working and practicing and figuring out what the hell's going on. That's that's like a boomer take right there.
What's wrong with this team?
Yeah.
To throw it back to last weekend.
But Brown for sure. He definitely, I mean, you could make the case. You could make the case that he should start, but yeah. I'm fine with him just, being on the team and all that stuff. But again, I think it's stupid that they're even having the game with everything going on right now. Cramming games in, COVID, everything going on. Can we just have these guys rest a little bit? Can they get some freaking rest?
Yeah, that's absurd. And now you're seeing like the club events roll out for that week, even though the mayor said don't come here. There's still like every club's having their big all-star event. I'm looking at the list of guys here. It's tough to imagine Tatum getting snubbed. I know Randall's been better than him. Middleton and him have probably been equal class as they've been, and there's no way Middleton would snub Tatum outright. I can't think of another guy in terms of forwards in the East who would outdo Tatum there. The East just
Sabonis.
Can you see Sabonis? I mean,
guy.
Tatum
is Doc Rivers going to pick Sabonis over Tatum?
Could easily be left off this team. I don't think Brown can.
For Sabonis?
Brown will not be left off the team. We'll stop talking about that.
I think it's possible.
It's not possible. Brown's not going to be left off the team.
No way. I mean, he was media voted like top 5.
Well,
yeah, that's 5 guards.
No, top 5 period.
Okay, how about this? Brown or Tatum? If you had to pick one, it's Brown, right?
Oh, yeah. He was the 5th guard. He was second.
Well, they're being classified differently. That's weird.
He was the 5th guard among players. I
thought he was top 5 in the voting period.
The players voted him as the 5th best guard in the East. That means there's guys in front of him who could make it.
Well, that's why Irving ended up starting.
So yeah, you're also thinking of Ben Simmons.
Van Vliet. Yeah,
I don't think Van Fleet will make it, but Jerami Grant could.
So
Jerami Grant's a real threat.
Trae Young and Simmons are bubble stars right now.
Trae Young's got to make it.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, in Atlanta, he's got to.
That's a really good point in Atlanta. But I think Van Fleet, the way he sort of put the Raptors on his back here a little bit, turned their season around. I think he would be a great dark horse, guy to make the All-Star game.
Look at it this way. You're going to take, look, at the end of the day, you've got, you've got what? You've got 7 reserve spots, right? It's just 12?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, from a forward percentage, I think Randall, you got Randall's
a lock.
Randall's a lock. Middleton, I think Zach LaVine makes it. I think Van Fleet makes it. I think Harden makes it. Tatum and Brown certainly, I think, are leading the charge to make it. But you can make a case for Trae Young. Bam isn't on. Bam Adebayo, Ben Simmons, Sabonis, Jerami Grant. Are you telling me it would be shocking if a couple of those guys snuck in past them? I wouldn't be shocked.
The star power is the thing there.
I would be shocked if Jaylen Brown, who, by the way, is an Atlanta native, didn't make the team.
Yeah, he feels like a lock. I'd put him in over Van Vliet.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if Tatum didn't make it, and I'm kind of with Jonathan. I wouldn't be I wouldn't be upset. I think it would light a little bit of a fire because maybe there are some games where Tatum says, you know what, maybe if I did put a little bit more effort in or didn't coast here or got back on defense here or didn't complain to the referee so damn much on the opposite end of the court, maybe I'm in the game this weekend. So I don't know how it's going to shake out. There are a lot of guys deserving of a nod, so it's a tough decision. I heard that Bobby, not Jimmy, voted hard in over both Tatum and Brown based on for sure. I wouldn't doubt that. A little media vote. Don't give Bobby a media vote. He's gonna vote all defense team.
It would be Tice versus the West.
All right, Tice wasn't as good tonight. I'll give it to you. I think Young's a lock. I think Harden's a lock. And
Harden's the one who screwed this whole thing up.
Then it comes down, yeah, you're right. And then it comes down to Brown, Simmons, I think, at that last guard spot.
Simmons is playing well recently, but I think it's Jaylen Brown over the course of this season so far. For me, I would take over Simmons, but Simmons has really come on.
Could you see Van Fleet getting in over Brown too? Like, I feel like Brown just has more star power, the Atlanta connection you talk about there. I don't know.
His star power is on the rise. I'm telling you, like the way he's played recently, people are starting to take notice.
Yeah,
but again,
I did find it telling that the media voted Brown number 2, and the players voted him 5. So the players are looking around thinking Trae Young's got more skills than this guy.
Who was 3 and 4? Because I know Kyrie was 2. I forget now.
Hold on.
Oh, Harden, right?
Yeah,
Harden 3.
Yeah, see, the Harden thing throws a wrench in this whole freaking thing because you got to think what Harden did. To me, I don't want to see Harden, benefit from the way he went about doing this, but you can't argue the way he's played. So it's a tough situation.
I think Kyrie. I get the whole Kyrie starting thing because of the vote and the popularity and all that, but he would have been a guy if we were just looking at merit, who would have been a borderline candidate with the amount of time he missed.
Who?
And now he's the shoe-in, Kyrie.
Kyrie, yeah. I mean, Kyrie on the the player rank for guards was Beal 1, Kyrie 2, and Kyrie got 4 on the medium ranking. And Brown was the 5th. Like I said, Brown was the 5th guard.
Who was 3 and 4?
Harden, and then I think Trae Young.
Okay.
And Zach LaVine, you can't ignore either.
No, you can't. Awesome. He's absolutely in.
Yeah, he's a lock.
It's gonna be interesting. It'll be very, very interesting.
Yeah.
So wait.
So you're right. I mean, what we get back to here is there's a real chance both could miss it.
Rivers picks the whole team?
Yeah, and his staff.
Really? I thought it was a
top team in the East.
Collective vote for some reason. I'm not thinking, I guess. But
no, that's for the starters.
The starters, gotcha. Okay. Wow. That is a. I wonder if Brad Stevens will be pitching his guy. I'm sure all the coaches do that, right? They send their pitches on why their guy should be on the team, unless Brad doesn't want them to be on the team.
Let's see. That'll be another thing that Brad needs to do to save his job. Get them in with this handwritten note.
Well, at least we're not going to have 75 minutes for Kemba. That was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, not great looking back on it. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Like in one calendar year, he went from lock all-star, no discussion, to not even in the picture. Well, that's just unbelievable looking back on it, which does bring me to that Terry Rozier game winner last night. Stacking up 20-point performances.
Was 4th, Trae Young was 6th on the guards.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
And again, would it be for real? Would it be shocking if you look at the guards for Jaylen? Everyone thinks he's such a lock. Beal, Irving, Harden, Zach LaVine, Trae Young are 5 guards. Okay, Irving and Beal are already in. Would it be shocking if Harden, LaVine, and Trae Young made it over Brown? Absolutely not. I think Brown makes it, but it wouldn't be shocking. And that's not even counting Van Fleet and Simmons. It's a stacked position. It's also so bizarre to me that he's in as a guard.
Yeah. That's stupid. He should be in the. Oh, and Simmons is a guard too, which is kind of ridiculous.
I know. Doc can take whoever he wants. He doesn't have to take a certain amount of guards and a certain amount of forwards. Correct?
You know, we forgot. If Doc's picking, doesn't that mean Harris and Simmons are in?
No, Harris isn't going to make it the team.
Well, at least Simmons.
That's a good point, though.
You would think Simmons gets it because he's mentally weak, and Doc has to put him in there, or else he'll break his brain. So I think Simmons will make it. I'd be shocked if he doesn't. Shocked. if he doesn't make it.
And he's got to really think about Harris too. I mean, I know
No,
it'd be
Harris
a
will
tougher
not make the
sell,
team.
but
That would be a
Harris
tough
will
one.
not make the team.
There was one year, I think Mike Milbury, we were switching to hockey, picked Chris Nyland as an all-star, and the world lost its mind. He was just basically some goon that he thought, let's give him a shot.
Just in case, yeah.
You can't play that. No, it's just like you can't do that.
I think
all right.
Doc will.
no, it's a full coaches vote actually. All right, so it's not
Thank
all
you.
Doc. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we won't get a
Sam,
Simmons Harris
Once again,
shoe
for the
in.
last 10 minutes of us thinking that Doc had all the power here.
Yeah, all the coaches vote.
Okay, that makes so much more freaking sense.
Yeah, then we would have had a Simmons Harris team. But
So Harris is out.
back to the original
Simmons is
point.
probably out.
They both could miss. They both could. I don't
And
see.
And
What's
then I want
actually
him to come
interesting?
back mad. And
Now, the way we pictured it now, actually,
They
Brown
should be
probably has
now
a better
already.
chance of missing it than Tatum.
No.
it's really tough, right?
Because
That's
Tatum's more of a shoe-in as a star name, and his position's a little easier.
It wouldn't be shocking. That's why I was saying I was kind of making fun of people like, oh my God, the injustice and disrespect of the Celtics, fifth in the voting. I'm like, that's a really good position grouping there.
Your winning matters too, and they're 500.
Yeah. And right. Well, if you see guys, right. The winning does, I mean, it's not going to help Zach LaVine's cause. And obviously it
It's
didn't
going to help the
Bradley Beal.
Hawks.
Yeah. It's not going to, and Trae
Well,
Young. But yeah, I just want him motivated. I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it.
You just want to let Celtics fans know that there's a real chance that these two guys, or at least one of these two guys, may not be heading to Atlanta for the All-Star game.
When people drift off into automatic superstar land, I don't like the direction that goes. That's where you get colluding, forming super teams and this and that. You want your guys to stay a little bit humble, have them fight for it. As soon as you get like that free pass, $200 pass, go to the All-Star game every year, and then you go there and you hang out with everybody, then you're not. Then when you see these guys, you're shaking hands at mid-court, then you're laughing after losses. I hate that. I hate the buddy thing. And when you're in that club, then you're there forever, and it's all you care about. That becomes the thing in the NBA. It's like, who's in the club? If those guys can stay out of it a little, I want the accolades. I would much rather they get voted like all AP, all first team at the end of the year, second team at the end of the year, than get into that all-star rotation where they're just going and they're buddies and all of that stuff. Be the outliers. Be the guys who are hungry, who don't give a crap about that stuff.
Well, I hope that is the case, but they don't look hungry right now. At least recently. I mean, Jaylen Brown says and has all the right intentions, I think, but you just don't see it translate. You're not seeing it translate the way you want it to on the basketball court right now. So I would be interested. I mean, if these guys, to answer your question or to piggyback what you said, John, these guys should already be angry. It shouldn't even matter if they become all-stars. That's the problem.
Yeah, be angry.
They should be angry already. And that should be the cherry on top if they don't make the All-Star team. But
maybe they are, maybe they're not.
They have nobody to blame but themselves if that's the case, because the way the season started off, everyone was like, wow, these two guys are coming out gangbusters, and Jaylen Brown's playing like, a top 5 or 10 player in the NBA right now. And obviously that was going to slow down a little bit. Nobody expected it to remain at that clip. But there's no reason for this Celtics team to be, 500. And the fact that they are allows us to have this conversation on whether or not these two guys will be in the All-Star game.
Yeah, that's the biggest role in it. We wouldn't be having any discussion at all if they were where they need to be as a team record-wise. I think the results and stats and standing in the league would speak for itself, and they'd just have a shoe-in. So it is more of a real possibility because of where the team is at. That's 100% true. So I never cared all that much about the All-Star stuff. I'm more of an All-NBA guy at the end of the year too. So if they missed it, I wouldn't be freaking out. Even though I think Brown in particular has had such a hot start, a deserved top 5 fit in this whole picture. As the media voted as a whole, for him to be outright snubbed, I think would even be less deserving than Tatum of a snub. So the fact that he's in a better position probably to be snubbed isn't right to me. I think the Kyrie dynamic screws all that up a little bit. That irks me, how there's always kind of that one shoe-in starter who maybe doesn't deserve to make the game as a whole.
Right. We were supposed to eliminate that.
We saw it with Kobe and Wade, remember? And those kind of things during those
Carmelo.
years. Dirk made it. Yeah. Taco
Yeah.
Fall's in the top 10 of voting. If he actually
So
had
this-
more of a case, he'd be in the game.
Yeah.